Good day everyone. My name is Marjorie S. Perez and this is the continuation of report of Miss Maris Cortesano. My topic is the Educational System, Chapter 1, Formal Education. Section 19, Declaration of Policy. The statute recognizes that formal education or the school system in society primary learning system and therefore the main instrument for the achievement of the country's educational goals and objectives. Ang Declaration of Policy po ay isang opisyal na pahayag ng naglalaman ng layunin at hangarin ng isang institusyon o batas. Sa larangan ng edukasyon, ito po ay naglalaman ng mga pangunahing prinsipyo at layunin ng pamahalaan o ahensyang nagpapatupad ng patakaran. Ito rin po ay isang gabay na nagtatakda kung paano dapat itaguyod at mapanatili ang mataas na antas ng edukasyon sa ating pambansang antas. Section 20. Definition Formal Educational. Here are some formal education shall correspond to the following level. Number 1. Elementary education. The first stage of compulsory formal education primarily concerned with providing basic education and usually corresponding to 6 or 7 grades including preschool programs. Second, secondary education. The state of formal education following the elementary level concerned primarily with continuing basic education and expanding it to include the learning of employable, gainful skills, usually corresponding to 4 years of high school. Third, tertiary education. Post-secondary schooling is higher education leading to a degree in a specific profession or discipline. Section 21. Objectives of Elementary Education. There are some objectives of elementary education. First, to provide the knowledge and develop the skills, these and values essential to personal development and necessary in contributing to a developing and changing social milieu. Number 2, to provide learning experiences with increase the child awareness of as a responsiveness to the changes in and just demand society and to prepare him for constructive, effective involvement. Third, to promote and intensity the child knowledge of identification with and love for the nation and the people to which he belongs. And number 4, to promote work experiences which develop the child orientation to the world of work and creativity and prepare himself to engage in honest and gainful work. Section 22. Objectives of Secondary Education. The objective of secondary education are number 1, to continue to promote the objectives of elementary education. Number 2, to discover and enhance the different attitude and interest of the student so as to equip him with skills for productive idea and or prepare him for tertiary schooling. Section 23. The objective of tertiary education. Number 1, to provide a general education program that will promote national identity, cultural consciousness, moral integrity, and spiritual, and manpower in the skills required for national development. Number 2, to develop the professions that will provide leadership for the nation. Number 3, to advance knowledge through research, work, and apply new knowledge for improving the quality of human life and responding effectively to changing social needs and conditions. So let us move to the chapter 2. Chapter 2: Non-Education and Specialized Educational Service. Section 24: Specialized Educational Service. The state further recognizes its responsibility to provide, within the context of the educational system, service to meet special needs of certain clientele. These specific types, which shall be guided by the basic policies of the state combined in the general provision of this act, include: Number 1, work education or practical art. So, a practical act is a program of basic education which aims to develop the right attitudes toward work and technically vocational education. Post-secondary but non-degree programs leading to 1, 2, or 3 years certificates in preparation for a group of middle-level occupations. Number 2, special education. The special education of persons who are physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, or culturally different from the so-called normal individuals, that they required modification of schools, practices, and services to develop them to their maximum capacity. And number 3, the non-formal education. Non-formal is any organized school-based educational activities undertaken by the Ministry of Education, Culture and Sports and other agencies aimed to attaining specific learning objectives for a particular clientele, especially the illiterate and the out-of-school youth and adults, distinct from and outside the regular offering of the formal school system. Chapter 3, Section 25. Establishment of Schools. All schools shall be established in accordance with law. The establishment of new national schools and the conversion of existing schools from elementary to national secondary or tertiary schools shall be by law, provided that any private school proposed to be established must incorporate as a non-stocks educational corporation in accordance with the provision of the Corporation Code of the Philippines. These requirements to incorporate may be waived in the case of family-administered preschools institutions. So, ang establishment of schools o pagtatag ng paaralan ay isa pong hakbang kung saan isinasagawa ang mga kinakailangang hakbang upang buuin at itatag ang isang institusyon ng edukasyon. Ito rin po ay maaaring isagawa sa pamamagitan ng pagsusuri ng mga kinakailangang papeles, pagtukoy ng lugar at pagsunod sa mga regulasyon ng pamahalaan. Ang layunin po nito ay magbigay ng opportunity sa komunidad na magkaroon ng institusyon na magbibigay ng edukasyon at magtataguyod ng kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral o mga bata. Section 26. Definition of terms. The terms used in this chapter are defined as follow. Number 1, schools are duly established institution of learning or educational institutions. Number 2, public schools are educational institution established and administered by the government. Number 3, private schools are educational institutions maintained and administered by private individuals or groups. Section 27. The recognition of schools. The education operation of schools shall be subject to thereof shall be affected by recognition prior authorized of the government. In the case of government-operated schools, whether local, regional, or national, recognition of educational programs and or operations shall be granted of simultaneously with establishment all other case and rules and regulations governing recognitions shall be prescribed and enforced by the Ministry of Education, Culture and Cert, defining their who are qualified to apply, providing for a permit system, starting the conditions for the grant of recognition, and for cancellation and withdrawal, and providing for related matters. Ang recognition of schools po ay ang proseso kung saan isang paaralan ay kinikilala at kinukumpirma ang autoridad o ahensyang pang-edukasyon. Ito po ay nagpapatunay na ang paaralan ay sumusunod po sa mga kinakailangang pamantayan at regulation ng pamahalaan. Kapag isang paaralan ay kinikilala, ito po ay maaaring makatanggap ng mga benepisyo tulad ng pondo, tulong at iba pang suporta mula sa gobyerno. Ang pagsasagisag ay naglalayong tiyakin na ang paaralan po ay nagtataguyod ng mataas na antas at ng edukasyon at sumusunod sa mga patakaran ng edukasyon sa bansa. Section 28. Effects of recognition, punishable violation. This issue of certificate of recognition to a school shall have the following effects. Number 1. It transforms the temporary permit to a permanent authority to operate. Number 2. It entitled the school or college to give the student who have complete the course for which recognition is granted a certificate, title, or diploma. And number 3, it shall entitle the student who have graduate from said recognized courses to all the basis and privilege enjoyed by graduates in similar courses of student in all schools recognition by the government. Section 29. Voluntary accreditation. The ministry shall encourage program of voluntary accreditation for institutions which desire to meet and quality over and above minimum required for state recognized. Ang voluntary accreditation po ay isang proseso kung saan isang institusyon tulad ng paaralan nagpasya na magpa-accredit. Ito ay isang layunin ng institusyon na mapatunayan ang kalidad ng kanilang serbisyo at programa sa pamamagitan ng pag-subject sa kanilang sarili sa pagsusuri mula sa isang independent accreditation na ahensyang mayroong mga itinakdang pamantayan. Sa pamamagitan ng voluntaryong accreditation o voluntary accreditation, nais ng institusyon na patunayan sa kanilang mga mag-aaral, magulang at sa publiko na sila ay sumusunod sa mga mataas na pamantayan at nagtataguyod ng kahusayan sa edukasyon. Ito ay isang paraan ng institusyon na magtagumpay sa mga tinuturo at pag-unlad para sa mas mataas na antas ng edukasyon. Chapter 4, Internal Organization of School. Section 30, Organization of Schools. Each schools shall establish such internal organization as will best enable it to carry out its academic and administrative functions subject to limitations provided by law. Ang Organization of Schools po ay tumutukoy sa istruktura at sistema ng pamahalaan na nagpapatakbo ng isang institusyon ng edukasyon. Ito ay naglalaman ng mga departamento, tungkulin ng bawat tauhan at iba't ibang proseso na nagpapahintulot sa maayos na operasyon ng paaralan. Sa pamamagitan ng maayos na organisasyon po ay ang paaralan ay nakakakamit ng kanyang layunin na magbigay ng epektibong edukasyon sa mga mag-aaral o isang bata, kasama dito ang pagtutok sa curriculum, pagpaplano ng klase, pangangasiwa sa mga guro at empleyado, at iba pang aspeto ng pagpapatakbo ng edukasyon na institusyon. Ang mahusay na organisasyon ay mahalaga upang mapanatili ang kaayusan at tagumpay ng buong paaralan. Section 31, Government Board. Every government college or university as a tertiary institution and every private school shall have government board pursuant to its charter or the Corporation Code of the Philippines, as that case may be. Ang government board po ay isang grupo ng mga opisyal o individual na itinatalaga ng pamahalaan upang mapamahalaan o mga siwa ng tiyak na bahagi ng gobyerno. Karaniwang may mga espesyalidad na gawain o mandatory ang bawat board, tulad ng Board of Education para sa edukasyon o Board of Health para sa kalusugan. Ang mga ito ay bumubuo ng isang ahensyang nagtataguyod ng mga patakaran at regulasyon sa kanyang nasasakupan. Section 32, Personnel Transaction. The term and condition of employee of personnel in government school shall be governed by the civil service, budgetary, and compensation law and rules. Private schools dispute arising from employer-employee relation shall fall under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Labor and Employee provided by the law regulation, provided that in view of the special employment status of the teaching and academic non-teaching personnel and their special rules in the advancement of knowledge, standard set or promulgated joint by the Ministry of Education, Culture and Sport and by the Ministry of Labor and Employment shall be applied by the Ministry of Labor and Employment provided. Chapter 5, Section 33, Declaration of Policy. It is hereby declared to be the policy of the state that the national government shall contribute to the financial support of education programs pursuant to goals of education as declared in the Constitution. Toward this end, the government shall: Number 1. Adopt measures to to broaden access to education through financial assistance and other forms of incentive to school, teaches, pupils, and students. Section 34. National funds public schools shall continue to be funded from national funds, provided that local government encouraged to assume operation of local public schools on the basis of national fund participations and adequate may be assigned by the national government for the purpose. Section 35. Financial aid assistance to public secondary school. The national government shall extended financial aid and public secondary schools established and maintained by local government included barangay high school. That's all of my reports po. Thank you.